One of the most eye-opening understandings that helps my clients is the difference between self-awareness and embodiment. Meaning we could be aware of our patterns, we could be aware of what's preventing us from having the progress, having the life that we want, but not actually feeling it, not actually experiencing the benefits of that awareness. So welcome back to another opportunity to learn, to unlearn, grow, and evolve together. Now, the biggest difference between self-awareness and embodiment was illustrated really well by a gentleman named Charles Missy, also a coach that I came across on Instagram. And he talks about how self-awareness is like the architect looking at the land where a building is going to be built, looking at the blueprint for how the building is going to be built, what it's going to look like when it's completed, and getting all of the specs and the pieces needed to create this vision, to create this project. It's full awareness of the project, right? But then he describes that architect is very different from the builder. Now, the builder is going to take that blueprint and put it into reality by digging out the place where the foundation is going to go, by filling the foundation, by building the first floor, then the second floor, then the third floor, so that the building that is made aware of in the blueprint by the architect is now a real thing in the physical world that somebody could walk into, somebody could experience, somebody could sit down in the living room of this building, right? And so you have the architect and you have the builder. And Charles Missy did a fantastic job of illustrating that. And the reason that this is so important to understand is that we oftentimes in the healing journey are so deeply aware of the patterns that are holding us back. We are aware of the work that needs to be done. But somewhere in there, we are still very stuck with actually having the progress to experiencing the new quality of life that we want. And that's where the builder comes in, the embodiment comes in. And so what the builder has to do here is he has to do the practices to have this building be built. And it's the same thing with moving from self-awareness to embodiment. We need to, with the patterns that we've become aware of and with the work that we are recognizing we need to do, it's putting into a regular, consistent practice these different tools, these different practices, and these different understandings and perspectives so that slowly, one step at a time, brick by brick, as we talked about in a previous video about doing these small, consistent daily steps one at a time, that slowly but surely that building becomes built, that new lifestyle becomes reality, and the vision we once had for ourselves is reality. Embodiment is feeling and living in that vision that you had for yourself. And self-awareness is more, we're deeply aware of it, but it hasn't made its way into our body yet, aka embodiment, bringing it here, right? So we can understand something intellectually, but then we need to bake it into our muscles, into our nervous system so that we can really live it. And the best way to do that is by doing those practices that we need for our individual journey or for what we are healing through. Whatever it happens to be for you. So embodiment is taking the actual blueprint and putting it into reality, or taking the vision that we have for ourselves intellectually and bringing it into our body, which takes some time. And so again, I bring this up because this is something that has held a lot of my clients back from making progress, is not recognizing that self-awareness alone will not get you what you want. Self-awareness with application equals embodiment, so that we could bring it into our nervous system and live the energy, the vibration of that vision that we want so that it becomes reality, and then things start to click. Of course, self-awareness is extremely important because then you don't have a blueprint and you don't have self-awareness. But self-awareness alone is not going to get you where you want. You need the embodiment and the actual practices as well. So I hope this resonates with you, and if it does, what part of it resonates with you, or where do you feel like you're getting stuck in this journey of actually embodying the reality that you want for yourself? Let me know. Put it in the comments down below so that we could talk about it as a community. And feel free to reach out to me privately so we could talk about it there as well. And lastly, I will invite you to remember I offer one-on-one coaching now. So if you ever want to take the different practices that we talk about and apply them to your own personal journey and your own personal vision, well, I'm here for that too. And you could look at all of that information down below or just reach out to me individually. I wish you happy embodiment and taking this information and digesting it into your nervous system and taking it out of just the intellectual and bringing it into the whole holistic body approach, the embodiment. I hope to see you in the comments down below. If not, I will see you on Instagram or in the next video. I'm sending you big, big love. Let's heal and evolve together.